Let's go! This is your host with the most, the Warhammer, coming at you with a special presentation. The death of every Nemakian on planet Namek in the Namek and Frieza arc. This, by the way, does not include the Goku Black or the Galactic Patrol Prisoner arcs. This only has to do with Dragon Ball Z. Now, first of all, we have the legend of the nameless Nemakian. Several hundred years before the Namek and Frieza arc, planet Namek was hit by a powerful magnetic storm that killed most of the life on the planet. Something kind of similar to the extinction of the dinosaurs or whatever. So most of the flora and fauna on planet Namek was wiped out by this cataclysmic event. It could even have something to do with the Super Nemakians. If you watch the fourth Dragon Ball Z movie, Dragon Ball Z Lord Slug, it's actually Dragon Ball Z, the legendary Super Saiyan Son Goku. You kind of hear some about the story of the giant Nemakians and Super Nemakians, but some sort of a cataclysmic event happened that killed most of the Nemakians, and Katos sent his son on a spaceship to Earth, and that was the son of Katos, who became the nameless Nemakian. Now, we have no idea if Katos was killed in the cataclysmic event, the planetary-wide cataclysmic event on Namek, or if he survived and died of old age. But him and several other Nemakians were killed, or driven into near extinction. So, Sanochiro, or Guru, as he is known in the retarded Funimation dub, survived, and he produced a bunch of offspring, laid a bunch of eggs, and produced a bunch of Nemakians. And so, gradually, Namek was repopulated. But then the Frieza Force comes to Namek, and they start to kill a bunch of Nemakians. Now, most of the Nemakians, their names are not actually mentioned, so I'm only going to recite a few names. So anyways, of course, Piccolo is killed by Nappa, and so is God on Earth, along with Tenshin, Han, Yamcha, and Chaozu. But when Gohan, Kululin, and Bulma arrive on Namek, Kami's home planet, on Kami's spaceship, or the nameless Nemakian spaceship, the Nemakians are basically being genocided by Frieza and the Frieza Force. So anyways, Frieza raids 4 Nemakian villages, and he pretty much kills all of the Nemakian inhabitants. And the very first time that Frieza, Dodoria, and Zarbon are introduced into the series, it happens at this destroyed, battle-ridden Nemakian village, where the eldest Nemakian, or the Nemakian elder, is dead. All of the Nemakians in the village are dead, and Frieza and his henchmen have the Dragon Ball. They have 4 Dragon Balls. And then after Vegeta defeats Kiwi, and Gohan and Kudalin defeat Banin and Sui, they go to the 5th Nemakian village, which is controlled by Mori. And some Nemakian tries to get into a fight with Zarbon. Zarbon kills him. And then some 3 Nemakian defenders arrive, and they fight the Frieza Force. And a bunch of Frieza Force soldiers die. Dodoria steps in, and in the manga, Dander, who is the little brother of Dende, is killed by Frieza. But in the anime, Dodoria kills Dander. So Dodoria kills the three Nemakian defenders who probably, very likely, had already done Nemakian fusion. Like, a bunch of Nemakian warriors had already done Nemakian fusion and fused together into the three Nemakian defenders. But Dodoria kills them. Mori gets his neck snapped after he destroys the scouters, all the scouters on the Frieza soldiers. Gohan and Kulilin save Dende and take him away. Dodoria chases after them. And then Mori and all the Namekians are killed by the Frieza force. Vegeta arrives in Tusino's village, and he injures a Nemekian, and he starts to kill all of the Nemekians that attack him. And then Vegeta kills Tusino, and then he kills all of the Nemekians in that village. Also, there is a Nemekian named Cargo. Cargo, I think, was the one that tried to fire a ki blast at Zarbon. Zarbon blocked it and killed Cargo. So Cargo is one of the first Nemekians to die in the series. He's killed by Zarbon. Vegeta kills Tusino and all the Nemekians at that village. And then, what was that character's name? Apoli kills that Nemekian, the lone Nemekian who survived Vegeta's raid. He's killed by Apoli. Anyways, there are a few Nemekians that survive, but there's not very many. So all of the Nemekian villages are raided, and most of them die at the hands of the Frieza force. And then, when Frieza goes to Sanuchiro's place, the guardian or the god of planet Namek, the eldest Nemekian, Frieza arrives at the eldest Nemekian's place. 4 Nemekian defenders show up, and once again, they probably are a product of many different Nemekians fusing together. They fight Frieza, and Frieza kills all of them instantly with his breath. He uses his power breath, or his death breath, and kills them. And then later, Nail fuses with Piccolo when Piccolo is brought back to life with the first wish of the Namekian Dragon Balls. He is sent to an unknown location on Namek by the second wish of Porunga, and he fuses with Nail. Because Vegeta and Frieza, Dodoria, Zarbon, and all the Frieza underlings kill and commit brutal genocide to the Namekian race, Sanuchiro's heart, the eldest Namekian's heart, is broken. He is saddened by the death of his own children having died, and because of that, his heart is broken, and he dies of a broken heart and poor health. He dies just before Dende is about to make Vegeta's wish of immortality, and when he dies, Porunga, the Dragon of Dreams, also dies. And then when Frieza transforms into his final form, Super Frieza, he fires a ki blast that kills Dende. And so all the Namekians, except the ones on planet Cereal and Piccolo and Kami, except for them, all the Namekians are dead. Also, to make things worse, just before Frieza powers up to 100% full maximum power, he fires a supernova that destroys Namek's core. So Namek's about to blow up. Well, thankfully, because Piccolo was brought back to life, so was Kami, and by proxy, so was Shenlong. So Mr. Popo makes a wish that brings back all of the dead Namekians back to life. However, Prince Vegeta is also brought back to life. as a result of this wish. But all the Nemakians are brought back, and by proxy, Sanuchiro is brought back, and so is Purunga. And so the final wish of the Nemakian dragon, Purunga, is to send everyone except Goku and Frieza to Earth. So that wish is granted. Now, the downside of this wish is that Captain Ginyu and Vegeta are also sent to Earth and survive Namek's destruction. So at the end of the Frieza arc, Namek explodes and blows up. Major spoiler for those that want to watch the Frieza arc. And also, Sanuchiro passes on his knowledge and power to Mori, and then he finally permanently dies. And so that is basically the deaths of all the Nemakians.